Hey everybody, Matt Barton here with this week's Broker Minute or Two. If we've learned nothing over the past year, hopefully we understand that the world has become more litigious, not less litigious. And that has all kinds of ramifications for our industry, but it also has ramifications for us on a personal level. So uh, the point of this message today is to hopefully show you and demonstrate to you why we spend so much time making sure, and our office managers and our TCs making sure that we have a good documentation on our transactions. Because when things go sideways, and I just dealt with one yesterday down in St. George, our agent literally did nothing wrong. In fact, did a fantastic job, but that doesn't keep the world or a client from getting screwy because they didn't do their job, and now they're unhappy and they want to point the finger at somebody else because they don't want to take personal accountability and responsibility. My point is, if we don't have good documentation, if we haven't done what we're supposed to do to, as I call it, create the paper trail, it makes it really tough. But when we do, which is quite often, have a good paper trail, it makes it a lot easier to defend ourselves. So just real quick example, when we have all the documentation, I get to put together documents like this with tabs and cross references. And when we were in court yesterday dealing with this issue, it was nice to hear the judge say, if I remember correctly, wow, this is quite a treat to have a party, a defendant, have all of their information documented, organized in such a way. This is a treat. I think that's a good place to start with. And as it proved out yesterday, the judge, you could easily feel he was tilting towards our side just because not only did we have the documents I showed you, the agent and the team down in St. George had done a fantastic job in getting additional documentation. We literally came in with stacks of paper, and yes, it's a little bit of an intimidation factor, right? To show we're not running scared from this. We did our job. We did it well. We're well documented, and as a result, we prevailed. And you compare and contrast that to the case that went before us, and the plaintiff. I mean, he was claiming thousands and thousands of dollars from the defendant, and the judge had to ask him and had to redo his math, and you don't even have documentation on this. So when you compare and contrast those two things, whether it's a court proceeding, whether it's a complaint with the Division of Real Estate, whether it's a code of ethics hearing, whether it's an arbitration hearing, which I'm about to go to in an hour and sit on a panel on an arbitration hearing, this is why we spend time making sure that we have complete files. And I hope you understand that it's never about us trying to make your life a little more miserable because you didn't get a certain document or you didn't get it signed or you're missing an initial. It's so that and it's not if, it's when something eventually goes sideways, that we have a habit of doing our files the right way so we can go forward with power and strength and defend our positions because we are a good organization. You are good agents, and I'm proud to be associated with you. So with that, keep up the good work. Happy to represent you as your principal broker, and have a great week.